so many other girls are watching this program and they're going to be in the same position, and you're quite young. So at the end of the day, it's okay to have your heartbreak now, because I'm almost 30, so I can understand where you're coming from. I have, this is going to be funny, but make sure he has money to be flying you at least 5 times a year. Yeah, because you cannot, because if he needs to do...
She take my money when I'm in need. Friend indeed. Oh, she a gold digger. Aye, so next one's gonna be a gold digger. Yeah, yo, listen, men need to step up now. So we need to have pounds in our bank and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck's on my little thing, man. But yeah, she used to have pounds now. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy, man. That's actually wild. Guys. See, what is this advice, bro? What the hell is going on here, man? YouTube, welcome back to another Romz video, and today we're going to the reaction video reacted to. As you guys can see, the time reacted to BKCHAT Season 7 Episode 5 Part 2. So if you guys tuned into Part 1 and you're already straight for Part 2, you're here. If you haven't actually tuned into Part 1, go check out Part 1 before you get into Part 2. But yeah, before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do that good stuff. So as I said, any other videos you want me to react to, drop me down in the comments below, DM me personally, roads to 200 subs, and I will leave the original link in the description. But let's just get straight into it, man.
Are women victims of heartbreak or architects of their own downfall? So you think you're the girl that's going to change his whole history.
That's what happens sometimes, though. It's got to be someone. Maybe it's me.
However, if it doesn't work that way and the evidence presents itself, you're the architect of your own downfall, babe, because you knew what was going to come.
You can always catch a liar. That's the thing. And that's where women are not observing enough.
Is
because if somebody takes you...
Is a liar a fish?
Listen,
bro, a liar is coming to you as a liar, and you're telling me you want to catch a liar.
I just got out of a 3-year relationship with someone. And obviously, people would say, like, it's my fault because he lived in Nigeria and I only saw him, like, once a year. Cookie, babe, watching you cry, it's a lot. I really feel it for you. But I've always compared long-distance relationships to your partner being in jail. Why would anyone choose that for themselves?
Oh, wait. So, okay, because also I don't. Some of you guys actually might know this, but if you guys actually haven't known the context of this, so basically, just a reminder: Cookie was in a relationship with a guy in Nigeria for 3 years, so it was already a long distance relationship. So it is a red flag by her already, bro. Like, let's be honest, man. That long distance relationship, I've done it in the past, bro. I'm telling you right now, long distance relationship. I don't care, you guys might be disagreeing or anything like that. Long distance relationship does not work, in my opinion, in 2025. I think there's always a 1%. There's always maybe an exception to the rule, of course, but in general, it doesn't. Especially in Nigeria, in a different country, same country, a little bit further, you can make it work. But in a different country, different environment, you know what I'm saying? They only saw each other once a year as well, so that's even. Yeah, after that, it was just like, yeah, then he was cheating behind the back, which, I mean, it's unfortunate, but in reality, the red flags are there, and he went to jail before, so I actually even know that as well. Am I saying Cookie definitely could have done better? Do I still feel sorry for her? Of course I do, but because I have to feel empathetic. I can't say, yeah, why are you crying for? You have to feel empathetic, but yeah, like, it's absolutely crazy how that happened, man. The fact she even cried as well on there, it was actually mad, so yeah.
To your partner being in jail, why would anyone choose that for themselves? Yeah.
At the end of the day, yeah, and we said it quite a bit, like, there's guys that are going to do these things and there's nothing you can do. And I'm going to speak to what you were saying earlier about being calculated. Rightly so, like, lead with sense. Know what step you're going to take at what time you're going to take it with the person you're taking it with. However, with emotions, especially when it comes to women, like, you can say, all right, it's friendship, this is my intention. But the guy, you like him, it's more than just friendship now. And you can't help how you feel. And a lot of women, like Cookie just explained, find themselves in situations where actually, I can't help how I feel. And actually, when you can't help how you feel, you can get very, very hurt. And the reality of the situation...
I feel like that's the same for men as well. I feel like when men feel like they found a woman that they are like, wow, I really, really like this girl, they end up like giving them more than what they would give an average girl that wasn't that girl. They're like, rah, I really like this girl. And then she turns around and starts talking to another guy, or she turns around and does something. She's like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe she's done this to me.
And I was about to say that as well, whether you're a man or a woman, to love somebody wholeheartedly, it takes a very, very brave person to love somebody properly. Because what it does is, as we've seen, it opens you up. Your feelings are in somebody else's hands, and it's a scary thing to do. Go and put your feelings.
This is the thing. It's quite sad, honestly. Like, for me, like, if you fully love someone with just blindly, I just don't see the way. Like, I just don't see that working. My opinion, in 2025, as I said, and it shouldn't be that way. Listen, guys, I agree. It should not be the way. I truly believe that it should be a way where people love each other blind. There's always going to be issues, of course, but issues can be resolved instead of just leaving or cheating or doing stuff behind the back. Because let's be honest, men are men, and men nowadays are not men. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bit truthfully honest. Most men are not men. Like, most men are feminine, most men are weak. And the same with women as well. Most women are not women nowadays. Most women are like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're just, I don't know, like, they're just annoying in general. Like, they're not acting like a woman, you know what I'm saying? So it goes both ways, you know what I mean? So that just basically, like, altogether, it's a whole heap of things basically what happens and shit. So it's actually mad.
So the more you criticize us as women, what you better discernment, you're now encouraging us to have hard hearts.
No, we're not saying have hard hearts. We're saying to make
Choose better, use your deck.
No. It's not have a hard heart, but I'm going to be honest with you. When you're telling me that you're dating a guy from Nigeria and you see him once a year, you're setting yourself up for failure. If I'm your father, if I'm your brother, if I'm your uncle, I'm going to tell you, my daughter, my sister, what are you doing? I will tell you that, but you don't want to. You don't want to hear that. You want me try to be. Wait, hold on a second. You want me to be the bad guy? Wait, when I'm saying it last season, I'm the bad guy. But fast forward to next season, look what he's done to her. Cookie, I warned you. And it kind of hurts me because I literally told you what was going to happen. First things first, red flag, he's Nigerian. Second thing, it's an overseas relationship. And third thing, you would...
Yo, that's a slight share of Nigerians. Yo, listen, any Nigerians are watching this, I wouldn't have that personally. Any Nigerians, I would not have that personally. Don't shoot the messenger. China's after you guys, you know what I mean? I don't know if he's gone in. I don't know, but that's crazy.
See him like once a year? Come on, Cookie, man. And for all you people that made it out like I was a bad guy, shame on you. Apologize to me now in the comments.
You said something. Wait. You don't say that like if you have a man in Nigeria, you're setting yourself up for failure. Bro, my partner was here or my girl was here and I was in Niger for a year. Wait, relax. Bro, we talk, we do everything. She came tonight to see me. Bro, you can meet good people. Bro, you people just think sex is... Bro, sex, you can't control yourself, bro. Is it a must? Wait, bro. Is it a must to see a girl and every time, oh, you want to do this? What I said is, the intention is, bro, it's not, don't do that, bro.
Bambo, there's always... So, Cookie, it's good that this happened to you. Do you know why? Because it will not happen again. Because you now know...
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she's the architect of whatsoever, bro. There are good men there that can be there and will be good to you.
Nah, I'm sorry, bro. Like, she's the architect of it now. She even admits it herself. At that moment... I agree with that, what he's saying, that there is good men out there who are Nigerian, or there is good times we can have long distance relationships, but at that moment, she's an architect of the downfall. There's no way she's a victim. The guy didn't force her to be in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? Not put a gun to him, you're not in a relationship right now, I'm going to kill you. Like, she literally is an architect of the downfall, and to be fair, good on Cookie, to be fair, she's taking accountability, because most women will be like, no, you know what? It's the man's fault. No, I just got played in it. And they try to twist up a story to make sure that they're a victim. But the fact that she acknowledges it and, you know, she knows that, yo, I can't do that shit again. It's a learning curve for her. You have to go through these type of mistakes sometimes. It is what it is. And people shame her for it. I'm not going to be the one shaming her when she's down. Because at the end of the day, like, yeah, for content, I could be like, yeah, look at this Cookie, man. What are you doing? Ha, start laughing. But in reality, like, this is how I truly feel. I'll be like, okay, cool, listen. Yeah, you should have done better. I would have been like, yo, listen, you're dumb for doing that, truthfully. But honestly, you're dumb for doing that. But the bright side, at least you learn from it. I know you're not dumb. You're not going to do that shit again. And, you know, you're going to think twice before you get into any relationship. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, it's actually a win. Because if that never happened to her, longer down the line, if she maybe even had kids with the person, you know, married or something like that, where they have more stocks into that person, then the more likely the repercussions are going to be even bigger. You know what I'm saying? So luckily, you know what I'm saying, they didn't have kids or anything like that. So it could have been bad. It could have been bad. So.
Now, I'm sure that when you look back, you think, oh, damn, damn. Now you know all of them, so nobody can trick you again. And the good...
You don't know half of them.
The good thing...
You don't even know half of them. Nice boys. They will run you local. Show wine.
That's what you think. Listen.
Not what I think, what I know.
Let me tell you something. When a woman gets her heart broken and she gets played, trust me, that's the worst thing a man can do, because the right woman will understand what happens.
What's the probability that the guy doesn't, his heart is not broken to treat Cookie like that?
I have not finished.
You think he's the only woman women that got their heart broken.
You know that the way she feels is the worst thing a woman can feel because it creates a lot of insecurities. You feel like shit. So do you know what happens? You protect yourself. And when you protect yourself, your radar is very sensitive. That is why I've experienced my thing, and no guy can outplay me because I know exactly what to look for. I know what I don't want, and I know exactly.
Well, now, I ain't asked my question that I've had for the ladies. This Dinalva is just going on and on and on. Don't stop.
The future.
To be honest, man, Dinalva's actually, I'm be honest, Dinalva's actually spitting facts, bro. This is the thing, because you know when you this is the thing. This is why I hate some guys that manipulate women or like they sell the dream to like have sex and shit like that. Yeah, I mean it's good for the guy. I mean, I guess you get objective, but then it's not good for the woman because then that means for the next guy, she's gonna have insecurities thinking that you're the other guy that's playing for sex, but in reality you actually like her for who she is. So it fucks up everyone else, man, in my opinion, bro. So I actually do agree with Dinalva.
The future is long.
So
No guy will play you.
Cookie,
The future
so
is
you
long. And
take this as a win because you've learned a lesson. Listen, you've learned a lesson that nobody can teach you, but you have to go and see for yourself.
So she gets her heart broken, yeah, destroyed by a guy that, if we look at it, some people could say, yeah, it was a choice, but maybe she shouldn't have gone and done that. Now she steps back out here, heartbroken, mistrusting men, yeah? Okay, cool. That affects the next guy. So what I'm trying to say is, women, by not having discernment, or whatever you want to call it, wanting to give guys an opportunity that necessarily they shouldn't, based upon love, feelings, whatever, if you pick the wrong guy and he affects you, it changes you. It changes you. And ultimately, what that's going to go and do, you bring it into your new relationships, because unfortunately, if women were not bringing trauma from previous relationships, we would never hear about.
So how does she pick a right guy to avoid that happening to her? I want to know what steps
in her example.
Let's not use Cookie as.
The reason I was doing that example is because
what steps would you suggest
I'll tell you. When a guy presents himself and you know already you can look in it and it doesn't present the ideal to yourself, that's a wait, hold on a second. And part of the ideal in this one was he was in a foreign country. So already I hear the fact that he might have had a lot of potential, all of these things, but you have to look to yourself and say, he's in a foreign country. That has to be the fundamental thing. He's in a foreign country. So sometimes with love is not about leading with your heart. Sometimes you need to think with your sense. And unfortunately,
so what's the point of love then?
Women don't like the truth. Women can't handle the truth.
I think that is correct. However, you can't really use that, because there are long-term relationships that work.
Yes.
There are long-term relationships that work, that people make it work.
And this thing, no. I think the long-term relationships that work, they don't just go off the heart, they go off the head as well. Like, I think it's almost virtually impossible to go through a relationship where you just think blindly, you think with your heart. There might be one or two, maybe, but why the hell would you risk that? That's like me saying that, okay, cool. Imagine, right, I had millions in my bank, right? I had assets, I'm successful on YouTube, I'm helping people become successful, shit like that. And there's a woman coming in, and I might fall into it. She might be a 10 out of 10, but she might have bad intentions because she wants to get my money. I'm not saying women are like that, but I'm just giving that as an example, because you might attract that type of woman, unfortunately, when you get successful. But going back to my point is that, like, if she all of a sudden be like, yeah, cool, don't even think about it, just love me for who I am, and then you as a guy get emotionally invested so much in terms of, you're not thinking like your boundaries, not thinking about your own dignity, your morals, anything like that, and you're thinking blindly, then it's going to lead to problems. It is going to lead to problems. I think two things can be right. I think you can think love with your head, you could think about love with your head, but also with your heart too. We use both of them. This is why we have two things. We have a head and a heart for a reason. We use both. So you're using one or the other, something like that. Use both. That's like saying, okay, I'll use one arm, but not the other arm. I'll use both arms if you need to use it. You want to grab something, use both of them. You know what I'm saying? If I want to do this, do that to my phone, I'm gonna grab two. I have two arms for a reason. God made me have two arms. You know what I'm saying? So use them to your fullest, bro. Come on.
Watch it.
So I don't feel like you can outrule that.
Do you think the majority of people that have a long distance relationship?
It's not about majority. It's about the fact that it's done and it's been proven. It works for some people.
Listen.
So
You're gonna make me do this whole thing. Exceptions don't cancel out the rule. What I'm trying to say, are we going to say to a majority of women for them to have? Are we going to say to a majority of women, should they go and do what she's gone and done?
Why not? Why not? Because she didn't know that was going to happen to her. So why not?
Nah, man. I'm going to be honest, bro. Man, just giving such shit advice, bro. And I don't like generalizing shit anyway, but there's times you do have to keep generalizations into a consideration. Like, this is why I think women do need father figures, bro. Or like father figures, or like a strong man there to guide them. I truly believe in that shit. Because I think if women sometimes think for themselves too much, they lead to problems. Like, for example, what type of advice is this? Oh, well, you see the red flag, he's in a foreign country, you know what I'm saying, he's been to jail before, and, oh, well, he's fine because you should just love the person, just fall in love and then everything will be okay. Are you sure about that? And then 3 years later, she's there getting cheated on. In the moment, yeah, it'll be good, I 100% agree, but you need to think long term sometimes. I think a lot of people think too short term, thinking, yeah, in the moment it feels good, but then they don't know about the long term consequences. As I said, if you want to make a decision, I keep saying it, if you want to make a decision, go make a decision. Who am I to judge? But at the end of the day, don't complain about the fucking consequences. Because a lot of people cry about, oh, why has this happened to me? Why the fuck has this happened to me? Well, as China warned you, well, China warned her, but she didn't listen. And it is. So
Other steps she should take.
China, I understand my situation, but putting that aside, when did love become a battlefield? When did we have to strategize what to do and what not to do when it comes to love? I should be able to lead with my heart and the man do the same, and then there's no complications.
But I agree. It should be that way, but let's be fucking honest. We don't live in dandelion world. We don't live in sunshine and rainbows. We live in a world where we have to operate that way. You have to adapt to how the world is, unfortunately. Like, you can't adapt to where you lead with your heart only, with no mind. I'm like, bro, I don't know, man.
Okay, men, let's do this. Do you think, majority of men are going to be in a long-distance relationships where they're seeing their woman once a year? Wait, hold on a second. We're talking to the men. And let's be honest, and they're not going to be stepping out. Everything's going to be in a whole year and they see them once a year. If you, man, then you're doing an injustice to women, because I will never lie to my sisters and women like that.
Because you can't. You can't use majority, because the majority, you can't use that as an example.
Because I said this to her last year and she was saying it to me, and fast forward the exact thing that I said. So in actual fact, I am right. I am right, because when everyone, it's not about leaving.
You can't use her as an example because there are long distance relationships
She was upset by it.
It's getting a bit personal now, I can't lie, man, boy.
She was crying.
Your personal conversation that you've had, you're right in that sense, right? But the bigger picture of it is, it can happen. You can have a successful relationship across the pond and everything works out.
Would you recommend it?
It's not about recommendation.
It is about recommending
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It is. Would you recommend it? No, I wouldn't.
Would you do it again?
It requires more.
I would never do it again.
It requires more.
There you go.
So it's harder.
If I'm being honest,
answering your question,
now I
because you
see
said, what can you do to safeguard yourself, essentially, yeah?
you got to have a better poker face.
Don't date a guy in Nigeria and see him once a
The
year.
reality of the situation is, marriage came into things for a reason, If you want to save yourself, don't have sex until you get married. Simple as. That is the basic way of saving. If I have sisters, I've got 2 sisters, the same thing I tell them. If they choose to make the decisions and do what they like, they're grown girls, right? But as your brother, if you want to safeguard yourself, because nothing is guaranteed in this life, you're going to get hurt, you're going to get your heart broken, and how you build yourself is up to you. So actually, if you want to safeguard yourself, and even that, there's no guarantees, but it's the closest bet. Wait till you get married. Because for a man to put in work, to put a ring on your finger, requires effort. So I'm just using basic human interactions of, right, man meets woman, what are the fundamentals? We get married, we have children. If you want to safeguard yourself, marriage. Especially if you're coming from a Christian background
That's
or
a very
Islamic
antiquated way to put it across. Because actually, as a woman, what you should do to safeguard yourself, you should go into everything with a very neutral intention. You need to give him the space to disclose what intention he has for you. So if he's asking you on a date, to be like, okay, cool, I'll go on a date. What do you want then?
Was it interrogation?
Not interrogation, it's being neutral. It's going in and taking your time. I think it's always best to go into any situationship with a man neutral, because that way you're protecting yourself. Because why would you have expectations of men? When do men always deliver on what you expect them to do? Like, being naive is not a smart thing. Like, be neutral and just see how it goes.
You can lie by your actions, because I'm not giving you anything, which means you're acting in freedom. When you
How
act
do women
in
get
freedom,
caught up in lies? If you can pick up all these... Wait, hold on. Why don't you teach this skill? This amazing...
Because I'm trying to tell you guys are trying to discredit me.
This amazing skill that you have, why don't you go and teach it to all the women that have been lied to?
So then let me tell you how I got the man that I have. That is actually really nice. He's a good man, come from a good home. He's educated, everything that I've asked for. Do you know why? Because I sit in my corner, and anybody that comes in front of me, I'm like, what do you want? And they have no choice but to be like... if they're not
She
ready
uses
for anything, they
discernment.
run
She uses
away.
discernment.
If they want
Use
something,
discernment.
if they want something, then they'll say, "This
How
is
did
what
you
I
get
want."
to the place
And then
where
I
you're
say,
able to
and then
use
I
discernment?
say, if this is what
How did you get there?
How did you get to the place
did
where
you get
you was
You're just
able
out
to
here
use
spitting it.
discernment?
You're not
this
giving
is-
women no
and
gems.
this is what I
You're
said.
boasting.
Yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, that's actually true. Because let's be honest, because Dinalva's saying that, yeah, I don't get played in it anymore. Cool. And it's actually better for her to say to the woman, because let's be honest, girls, women. Let's be honest, if you, any woman watching this, shout out to you guys, by the way. You're gonna take advice more from a woman than a guy. Let's be honest. Like, and I completely understand it. I completely understand it. Even probably for men. Men will probably take advice more from men than women. Let's be honest. It's the same procedure. So, like, China's saying the right things. Like, you know, you need to make sure that, you know, you don't do that shit again. He did warn Cookie, she didn't listen, and she suffered the consequences, but she learns from it. So that's the main thing. But why not Dinalva speak to Cookie or speak to Majesty for? Because she's saying that, yeah, I got played before, yeah, I don't get played again. Why not, instead of just keeping this to yourself and boasting that you do, use that value to help other people, because you can't be selfish. I think it's actually wrong. That's like me telling you, I could listen, my Romz talks, you guys always tune in and shit like that. It could save a life, you know what I'm saying? I don't just do it for motivation only. I do it because I come from experience. This is what I preach. This is what I talk about in my day-to-day life, besides even on the camera on YouTube. This is what I talk about in general. The fact that the only difference is from me doing it before the YouTube channel now is that I'm actually recording myself doing it. You get the picture. So why not Dinalva use that knowledge and help the world of women? I think that would actually be more of a contribution to society, but I don't know.
I got my man like this.
Listen,
This is what I did. But what did you do?
I'll tell you what I did. It's the
Go
same
on.
thing I told her. You take a L to learn, and then you win. Don't take a L as
How
a
do
loss.
you win?
You win because you learn from the mistake you made. You cannot go about life and finding out solutions to problems without making mistakes first. So it's not a bad thing that you make a mistake as a woman, but you need to make sure that you learn, so that the next guy that comes in front of you, like, what the hell do you want this time?
True.
Simple. And he will show you, not even tell you, and you'll be able to see. The truth is something that you feel. That's what I'm saying. It's not a bad thing that has happened to you. It's good. No one's going to play with you again.
No, it's true. It's
Cool.
actually true.
I got a few statements. I have to write it down, if not, I'm going to forget. So first of all, Cookie, as your big sister, one thing I'm going to say is, please don't give up in love, even if it's just 10 hours away. But one,
Guys, stop directing it to me.
wait, I'm so sorry. No, the reason why I'm saying that is because I think there's so many other girls that are watching this program, and they're going to be in the same position, and you're quite young, so at the end of the day, it's okay to have your heartbreak now, because I'm almost 30, so I can understand where you're coming from. I have this is going to be funny, but make sure he has money to be flying you at least 5 times a week. Yeah, because you cannot because if he needs to do.
She take my money when I'm in need. Friend indeed. Oh, she a gold digger. Aye, so next one's gonna be a gold digger. Yeah, yo, listen, men need to step up now. So we need to have pounds in our bank and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck's on my little thing, man. But yeah, she used to have pounds now. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy, man. That's actually wild. Guys. See, what is this advice, bro? What the hell is going on here, man?
Do the thing, at least he can fly you and do the thing. Second of all, somebody mentioned discernment, and there's one prayer I love to pray. Thank God there's this prayer. Is anytime I go on a date or while I'm dating, I'm asking God, if this man is not for me, show me now. Because if not, it's just going to be a waste of my time. And you know that prayer, guys, everybody know, it's so powerful. How many of you have prayed this prayer and the next day or 2 weeks after, it shows you who are you dealing with? So coming back to discernment, that is really a good prayer to do. And I just advise any girl to do that, depending on the game that you are trying to play. But I'm 30, so I don't have the time for that, to lay the chest on my card. It's bullshit. Second of all, my question out to the men is, does this keeping your boundary for yourself actually works? I'm talking about now, like not when you guys were, having a good time. I'm talking about now as men. If I was supposed to go on a date, or if somebody else was supposed to go on a date with you today, is it a safe place for me to tell you what I want, or are you guys still saying, oh, if you tell me what I want, I'll still play you? What do you guys think about it?
Depends on the individual, I think. For me, I've left girls alone that I didn't want to take seriously because they was on a journey with God and things, and I thought to myself,
I said, what?
I'll be real.
What?
I'll be real. I've left them alone.
When you run away?
No. What I'll say, is I wasn't going to take them seriously. I wasn't going to marry them. And I thought, this was old, they're older than me, so pushing like 30 and things. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm not going to hurt this girl. I only want to sleep with her. I'm not going to lie. I've been in that position where I thought that. I've gone, you know what? I respect her too much. I'm not going to do that. And especially, I have a relationship with God as well. So
Jaden, you're moving like a real demon right now, real devil-minded. How are you going to say if a woman's on her journey with God or religion that I'm going to just leave her there? In actual fact, yeah.
Let's be honest though. No, I'm gonna say how it is, bro. The over religious girls, bro. That's a red flag, in my opinion, bro. Why are you over religious for? And it's good to be religious, of course. I'm not saying not, but that definitely means you had a past. That definitely means you've gone through a bit. You've got a bit of that, and then you're just probably broken. And there's always an older woman as well, which I've realised as well. For me, I'll be like, yeah, you know what I mean? But that's actually mature of Jay to like, because most people will be like, yeah, well, fuck that, I just want to fuck, you know what I'm saying? So it gets to a point where like you have to stop thinking of your dick, you know what I mean?
You should probably leave her there. Man like you need to leave those women alone. Women, if you are on your journey, I want to be on that journey with you too. Because guess what? I'm getting closer to God, and hopefully if you get closer to God, I get closer to God, and we have that covenant with the Lord.
China, you're a grown-ass man, bro. Come on, man.
That's what I'm on. I'm not on these girls on demon time.
I would never discourage anybody from leading with their heart, as long as you know you're good on your own. Because I think the key thing is healing. Now, I've been in situations where I tend to, when I'm feeling a situation, I will lead with my heart. And I've been hurt before. I think everybody in this room has probably been hurt before. But I know, because I'm so solid as me, that it might take me a few weeks to go to the gym, double sessions and things. But ultimately, do you know what I'm saying? You know, them ones, Adele on the headphones and whatever else. But ultimately, I'm nice as me. So that I would never discourage anybody from leading with that. About April last year, so we're going back over a year ago. We was kind of seeing one another, me and this girl. She's like 12 years older than me. Why would you settle down with a 20-year-old? To be fair, but the people don't realise my age, obviously. People don't realise my age, and she was kind of taking like, the way that I talk and the way that I hold myself. And to be honest with you, with the right person, for me, I would look to the future. She just wasn't the right person.
Because I've actually been through something like Cookie, right? So that's what I didn't get into it, but that's what I meant. The whole leading with your heart thing, I hear it, and I think what your heart feels and what your heart wants is very important. But I think to tell women or someone to lead with their heart, it can sometimes be dangerous, right? Because it
is dangerous.
More time it is, right? Because the heart and the mind, we both know it's always a fight, right? We always know what's right, what's wrong. Someone mentioned red flags as well. Usually women, we usually pick up these things. We usually know. But why? The heart wants the love. And we look past that stuff. I think women have a due diligence to themselves to be able to filter out and to have the discernment to be able to choose, this is for me, this is not for me, this is what I'm going to put up with, this is what I'm not going to put up with. So yes, use your heart, of course, but to say lead with your heart, I disagree with that.
So I've been in a similar situation to Cookie. I was with a guy and he basically stabbed me in the back. And that was because I spoke too much and I told him too many things he didn't need to know. This is your sign, ladies, to shut up. Stop talking too much. Don't give away too much. And set the standard for yourself, set the bar for yourself, and let that man follow. If he doesn't follow that, then he needs to go in the bin, because most of these men are trash anyway. Once they chop, if he doesn't follow that, then he needs to go in the bin, because most of these men are trash anyway. Once they chop, they're out of here.
When you lead with
you know what, it hurts to say it, but it's true.
Your heart, you do not lead with your brain, so it will make you. So there's scenarios where guys have gotten with exes or gotten with people that they shouldn't get with, right? Yeah, but when you lead with your emotion and your heart, it will justify it.
I don't know why you boys are not saying the truth to the girls, man.
Listen to me.
We are the architect of everything.
The guys in jail.
Listen to
me. Guys, listen to me.
Men don't get heartbroken and played all the time.
One voice.
Liars.
One voice. If you lead with your heart, it will make you do things that you know you should not do. You will rationalize it. You will make it okay because your emotions are based. When you lead with your logic, you will know that this thing is going to create a problem for me, yeah? And this is the difference between emotions and logic, yeah? So when you lead with your heart, it becomes dangerous because you'll start doing things that logically other people that are not in love are looking at you like, are you dumb? You sacrifice all of this for what? For that. And this is what I'm saying to you, leading with your heart is dangerous, and you need to remember that because we make allowances for things that we would never do normally.
He's not even wrong. It's not wrong, but it's if you allow yourself to become controlled by your emotions for too long. We've all done things we've all done things in the moment. But what are you saying then? To not love anybody?
No, that's not what I said. I just said no. Like, listen. Okay, for example, women, you love this guy, yeah. You have these strong emotions for him, but you just know he's the worst guy for you, yeah.
Yeah, he cheats on you, and then you take him
But you ain't
back.
got kids at the moment, yeah. Then you have a kid by him, yeah? For any reason you think you can change him, yeah? Because you led in your emotions, logically it was the worst thing to go and do. No one understands why you did it, but you did it because it made sense, and now here we are. Do you get me?
She did it because she had empathy for
But
him.
he's saying don't let
That's
your
why
heart
she
be
did
the
it. She
deciding
did it because she
factor.
had
Plain and
empathy.
simple.
That is the heart. But
Lead with your heart, but don't let it be the deciding factor.
That's empathy. She had empathy.
We need to just tell the young girls the truth, bro. Let's be honest with everything. Bro, let's tell them the truth. Yeah, you said something. You said, oh, you pray on your day to tell God. Bro, I'm religious. I believe in God. No business with God on that, bro. Any guy, sorry, I'm saying any guy that's coming for you, like I said, you said something. You said, you've been talking to a girl and you thought in your head, oh, I don't want to hurt this girl. And you left. Bro, if you still want to bang that girl, you still bang the girl and you still live. The girl is going to tell you something, what you want to hear, and you will do it. The girl tell you, my man, eat the gym. Wait,
I didn't
you're
care
going to
about
do
it
it.
like that.
No, I'm just saying it, but you change your mind, right?
I didn't care about
The girls are fragile. The girls are fragile. You lot are fragile if you don't know.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to the audience again, guys.
Oh, nice. Let's see what we got.
Hi guys. So I'm going to ask a question to the guys, but I'm just going to quickly say that in my dating experience, what I've learned is the term delayed gratification. So there is a love that I'm looking for with a guy, but I do have to quiz him on who he is to have that love. The issue sometimes is that we give the love that we want too early before knowing who the guy is. And I do believe in asking him questions, because the truth is, as people, we are always telling on ourselves. We are. There's evidence. Usually when a guy's hurt us, there's always one little thing where you're like, actually, when I think about it, he was like this, or he did say this. And you can get so intuitive with yourself, yeah? So I'll give you one example. There was a guy that I started dating, and, you know, he would go on about how amazing I was. Do I believe I'm amazing? Yes. But there was something about his energy that just felt phony. And I just...
Hey, ladies out there, man. If a guy's complimenting you too much, saying, yo, you're so amazing, that's a red flag, man. That's just some a little bit gay for the ladies, man. Don't fall for it. Even if he's good looking, even if he's like, you know what I'm saying, gives that big energy, you know, don't fall for it. It's words. It's words. I'm gonna give the game out to the ladies. Listen, if a guy's complimenting you that much, say you're amazing, you're the best girl in the world, start singing to you, all that sim shit, don't fall for it. I beg. Don't do it.
Couldn't get it out of my head. I just was like, something feels phony. And I just walked away from it. Within a couple days, I saw videos of him in hot tubs with girls in Dubai, going on this holiday, DJing here, and I just thought, I've probably saved myself from a heartbreak I didn't even know. And it's just because I felt it in my body. You can become that intuitive with yourself. Now, I was going to ask the guys, can you tell the difference between a woman who's traumatized from her dating past and a woman who has strong boundaries and knows what she's looking for?
Yes, they can. The minute they speak to you, 99% of the time, men usually know what you are good for. They are like dogs. Men are hunters. They can easily see what kind of woman you are. It is up to you to set that bar for yourself and do not allow nonsense.
The woman that's leading in her boundaries or her standards, they clear. She'll outline them they don't come from a trauma place or hurtful way. It's just pretty much what it is. You can, if she's a social woman, then you can pretty much take that from her social media as well. You understand? Versus someone that is leading in the trauma places, kind of how they go into the conversation you're gonna have, what they necessarily believe about men, the things that they're saying, and even socially as well. So I think there's a big difference between how you look at relationships and men coming out of a trauma place versus you look, I'm just this level of woman, this is what I've worked, this is what I've done, this is what I've achieved, this is how I was raised, and this is what I want. And I do think there's a big difference. And us as men, I don't think those two types of women are pretty much the same when you kind of see them. I think you can tell.
Are you able to identify and detect what kind of girl that is, or
only
what that woman looks like?
Only after getting to know them.
So, and how long does that getting to know process take? How long does that take? How many conversations, how many dates before you're like, okay, I know this girl has clear boundaries?
From the first conversation I have with you, I can know exactly what my intentions are with you.
Not your intentions, but does she value her boundaries, or is she kind of like a flip-flop?
No, well,
or she needs healing, or she's
so if you tell me,
she's broken.
If you tell me, for example, some girls will put a boundary and say, "Oh, I don't sleep with men until certain things, whatever," and then they may say that the first time, and then you may test that, and then it might be the second time you may sleep. So then,
you know what? But this is the thing that confused me a little bit, man. Because women say, "Oh yeah, we ain't gonna do anything the first night, bro," but then they break their boundaries, though. It's happened, bro. I'm telling you this for a fact. It's happened, bro. I swear to God. I never used to believe. I used to thought, okay, cool. You know what? Okay, fair. Here's the boundaries. Okay, say no more. But then later that night, she starts breaking the boundaries. She starts being a freak. I'm like, wait, hey, is that you? But you the same one that's saying that? Yeah, I don't do anything to the first night. I'm like, all right, man, all right. So. This is the thing that confused me a lot. I don't know whether it's because they fuck their mind off and they just care about the heart. I think it's to do with that. But even the women that set the boundaries up front, they break the boundaries for the right guy, though. Well, for the right guy, quotation marks, who they think is the right guy. But in reality, sometimes the guy might actually fuck them over long term. So yeah, just because a woman sets a boundary doesn't mean they can easily get broken. Easily it can. Not easy, actually I won't say easily, but it definitely can. I think a lot of guys look at it thinking, oh, well, you don't do anything the first night, bro. Do you think if Drake hit her up, you tell her she won't go to the crib? That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know about that shit.
You know, you listened to what she said, you believed in what she said, but the longer you dated her, you know, depending on what she said, you're going to discover who she truly is. So for each person, it's different. Sometimes people show you who they are immediately. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. But what I will say, no one can keep up a full-time act for more than a year. And the reason why I say this, to do that is a professional. That is a serious professional liar.
More than a what? Wait. Come Naija. Come Naija. You go see 5 years. You go learn lesson. You want yourself to do this
one more time, guys. I just want to give a little bit of context, and I'm going to ask a question, yeah? I got married to somebody, and they love bombed the shit out of me for a very long time. Now, there may have been some telltale signs that I kind of maybe turned red flags orange, but for predominantly, I was love bombed, gaslit, and manipulated, not just by them, by their family members who were also a part of it, and helped to keep up the lies, right? And perpetuate a certain image of what this situation was going to be. I ended up marrying that person, and after getting married to that person, automatically that person's skin shed, right? And I stepped away from the marriage after 6 months. I guess my question is, or like statement/question, is that one, I don't think a lot of men acknowledge that narcissism is a real thing. And I know that people use that as a buzzword. I'm going to tell you that I'm not using it as a buzzword. I understand fully that is a psychological disorder that makes people behave at a certain age where their trauma occurred. And often from that is manipulation and gaslighting. It's a whole thing, by the way. So my question is that, do you guys believe that there are many women who are doing all the things that these women are saying, but who are being trapped in situations by narcissists who also are often quite abusive and psychopaths? So like you said, China, it is a professional thing. A lot of women...
I'll be honest, there's definitely guys that ruin good women, man. You can't deny that. And it hurts as a guy, especially because then it fucks up for the next guy. I keep saying it, like, there's good women out there, but then they become maybe bad women, then you have to do a little bit more effort. You have to put more effort in to make sure they're a good woman again, because they're traumatized. You know, they're insecure because, you know, they've been hard done by a really shitty guy, you know what I mean?
Men are encountering this, and I feel that there's not enough grace for women. Women are kind of looked at like, oh, you're stupid, you're making stupid decisions. But do you guys actually understand that there are men intentionally going out to deceive 100%. Women, and who are actual narcissists and have been for a very long time?
So I think you got to look at it from, and I'm answering this in this way, yeah? You got to look at it like this from how men think, right? Like, no one is coming to save us. So anything we go through, like, it's, well, you got to figure it out. You got to sort it out yourself. So when you see the opposite sex and you're like, well, you've been dating this guy and you know that he did this to Lagbaja and he did this to Teresa and he did this to... Naturally, as men, will be like, are you a fool? Like, because that's how we are to ourselves, right? That's that part. Are there narcissists out there? Yeah. People can be narcissistic, right? And I think that's when you know whether you're either going through trauma or you're going through healing. When you use the word people, you go men. Or women. Do you get what I'm saying to you?
Yeah,
because
women are like that too.
You can meet good people. Like we had the conversation. You got into a situation, it didn't quite work out. The next one might. And it might be a long-term relationship. And he might be a Nigerian. And he might be the most amazing guy in the world, right? But again, I'm putting it for context, right? My point is, to get to the place that you're even talking about, and that's why I asked, how do you get to that place as a woman? You have to take L's. You have to lead with your heart. To then know, okay, you know what, since I apply it this time. as men as well, the same thing. We have to get burnt and go, you know what? I'm not going for the fat yash no more. Like, you know what I'm saying to you? You have to take L's. But quickly, I'm gonna finish. From these L's, what kind of person do you become? And what kind of person do you look for? They said it earlier. What are you pouring into yourself and what are you looking for?
Lucas, the alpha male, you know you're my guy. You are. But you need to stop the cap. There's a lot of mites there. I'm not about to get into something with a lot of mites. Men, yes, you may go through some stuff. Yes, other people can go through them too. But you don't have to go through something just to say, I've gone through it. A wise man learns from his mistakes, and an even wiser man learns from the mistakes of others.
I feel like both women and men, especially girls, you need to start with what are your intentions and what do you want?
Yeah.
What do you want from him?
What does he want from you?
Make it very clear. But we're never going to know what a man really wants from us, apart from...
He will tell you.
No, he won't. No, they don't. They don't.
It's pissing me off that you guys are saying this. You're telling me if you want to fucking...
Come on, bro. Let's be honest, man. Guys will not tell you what they want. They'll tell you what you want to hear. It's a different scenario, but their true intentions, only a few men do it. And I think the only guys will do it is if they have other women on the side and they don't really care. Like, they don't really give a shit. A guy that probably has, probably the best looking girl you've ever talked to, he is gonna lie as shit, bro. He is going to lie. He ain't gonna tell you the actual truth or anything like that. So yeah.
Yo, you go to the girl and you say, I want to fuck, yes or no. Stop lying,
right
bro.
here, yeah?
Stop lying.
Listen, I'm going to explain something to you right now. Wait, I'm going to explain something because I've sat here for 10 years. I've heard all of this nonsense, yeah? If women could handle the truth more, men will tell you the truth more. It's that simple. If you learn to handle the truth more, and there's a thing called beautiful lies, ugly truths, yeah? If 5 men stood here that told you ugly truths, yeah, every single moment of the day, and there was 2 men here that told you beautiful lies when you needed them, you're picking those 2 men over those 5 men. I promise you.
Okay, wait.
I promise you. I can bet you 20 million pounds that I don't have in this bank account for the rest of my life. You're picking those 2 men.
Wait. You might come to me and say, listen, I just wanna fuck. I might say, no, move. What the hell?
But the guy that's gonna try and give you flowers, take you dinner, buy you just to fuck you. He's getting that pussy. I guarantee it.
You will ask everything, bro.
You're so vulgar. It's so disgusting.
No, because you don't listen.
This is what we want, bro. I'll be honest. We just wanna fuck. This is how we operate, bro.
You just talk nonsense like you guys don't get played.
We don't want to be a gentleman. I'm a gentleman. I'm not vulgar. I'm a gentleman. I'm telling you the truth in a way you don't want to hear it. Women will prefer you to tell you around, this, that, yeah. It doesn't matter. It's the same message.
Wait.
You handle the truth more, you will find the man you need for you. I promise you, bruv.
H, you've been waiting to talk for a minute, and when you open your mouth, you say this nonsense, disgusting. Come on, pattern up, please.
You might come to me and say, I just want to fuck, are you on it? I might say, ew, no, move. The next girl, a girl named Jessica, you might go to her and say, listen, I'm not really into all of that. And she might say, okay, I'm fine with it. It doesn't mean that, that just shows how manipulative some men can be.
Just because that guy wants you to fuck you in that moment, yeah, you can scream and shout, yeah? But what I'm going to say to you, I'm going to let you finish. I'm just going to say it's a 1 sentence, yeah? Just because that man wanted to fuck you, he said, no, what if that was the man for you? Just because he wanted to fuck you in that moment, it doesn't mean he only wants to fuck you.
That's a red flag. That's a red flag.
It doesn't mean he only wants to fuck you.
Wait. Can you just let her finish?
You might think,
gotta let her finish.
Let her finish. Just let her finish.
This is the thing, bro. Like, this is the thing about BKCHAT sometimes, bro. Like, it's just some emotional arm, bro. Yeah. In an argument or in a debate, you have to let the other person finish. I hate it where they start cutting them off. They start to just become like a back and forth. I'm like, bro, we intellectual people, man. And no disrespect to the guy, bro. What I'm saying, the guy's actually spitting facts, but I'll be honest, man, because women, they can't handle the truth, bro. I'll be honest. Some women can, but there is a staggering majority of a lot of women that can't handle the truth. But he made a point, that's fine, but then when Cookie's trying to speak, like, he just started interjecting, bro. Like, whoa, hey. I get it, it's frustrating, but you gotta let the other person speak, bro.
Sometimes some men can't understand that. I want a relationship, you just want to fuck. I don't want it, leave it as it is and move on. Some men are like, no, I want to have sex with this woman, so I'm going to tell her whichever lies that she wants to hear until I get whatever I want. It might not even be sex. Maybe he wants, I don't know, he sees that she's doing good financially, or he wants something. So they might sell her a dream.
Yeah,
and even though, I'm not gonna lie, some women do see red flags or can see in between it and be like, do you know what?
It's okay. So if they want to sell you lies, they will sell you a dream. They will sell you a Barbie dream house. Of course, that sometimes we can see the red flags, but well, I can speak for myself. Sometimes I think the red flags is like 2, the green flags is like 100. So is the 2 red flags enough for me to leave him? Do you know what I'm saying? So of course you will see the red flags, but especially when you're leading with love as well, it's like, do you know what? Nobody's perfect. That's what I used to say to myself. Nobody's perfect. 100 nice things, 19 nice things, 10 bad things. Do you know what I'm saying? So don't make it seem like if a man came to a woman and was honest, we're automatically going to be like, you know, yeah, let's have sex, even though that's not my intention. Or yeah, let me give you all my money, or let me do this, or let me do that. Do you know what I mean?
But they said that women can't handle the truth.
What I said is, I said that, cool. But my point is, number one, you use more logic in them situations, and I just want to fuck you, and I would like to fuck you are 2 different things. Most men that you chat to want to fuck you, that's why they're chatting to you. It doesn't mean they only want to do that. Like, use your brain. It doesn't mean you should fuck him then and there. Let me see what this guy's about. Let me get to know him, and I might let him in. Let me show him a bit of interest, but let me see if he's worth me fucking you. We're grown adults, man.
In a literal sense. If you're saying that in a literal sense, then that's manipulation. What are you saying? If you're saying that in a literal sense, that's manipulation.
No, it's not.
It's not, man. I told you from the start. It's one of the 2. I just want to fuck you. I don't want a relationship with you. I might even end up liking you, but that's not what I'm saying. In this moment, I just want to fuck you. Yeah, I could say that. But I said I would like to fuck you. Doesn't mean we have to do it right now.
Yay, you did it. I guess the broken clock can be right twice a day, baby.
In matters of the heart, I think it is natural for women to lead with their heart. I think you take some L's as you grow, as you develop, and you then have discernment. Mm-hmm. All of you mentioned it. And that's why you are the architects of your own love and your own heartbreak, because you all said in all your situations, there were red flags. I did see this. Women know. But the emotion always outweighs what the reality is, right? Because you're more nurturing, emotion, it's more to your type, you know what I mean? So with that being said, I would say just give yourself grace. And I'll leave it at that.
This 2025, dating is becoming complicated. Don't do this. Do this. I've had enough. I'm tired. I don't even want again. Please.
Are there fuckboys out there? Of course there are fuckboys out there. Like, you learn this pretty early in life. Conversation about being a fuckboy, being somebody that's getting fucked over, and being calculated, and all of these fucking shits that we talk about. I implore you, do what the F you want to do, follow your heart, understand yourself, and I promise you, life will happen for you, the way you want it.
There we go, man. Back chat episode, season 7, episode 5, part 2 done. Let's go and look through the comments. Nigerian and in Nigeria, see him once a year. Sometimes you have to last, bro. Lucas said a key thing that people don't want to hear. Wait till marriage. You will feel more heartbroken when you've slept together. Bro, let's be honest, man. Yo, do you think people want us to wait till marriage? I'm not even just saying women. Do you think people want to wait till marriage, sex till marriage, bro? Sex before marriage? No, sex after marriage. Bro, like, I mean, yeah, it says in the Bible, it says in the Quran, it says everything. What do you think people will listen? No, bro, that's crazy, man. Hopefully Dinalva's relationship works out long term, but she gotta be careful to not boast about it when they're not engaged or married yet. Yeah, hopefully it actually does go well. Dinalva talk a sense, but they don't want to hear it. To be fair, she was talking. The only thing, there's a thing I disagreed with, but I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, she wasn't really kind of like helping the woman. Like, I know she sent it, but she wasn't really like, she was mostly saying, I know this, but you didn't really give enough to like say what it is, you know what I'm saying? Dating long just for 3 years is a red flag, but probably shows Cookie was only dating for money. But we don't, I don't know, man. I really don't know. The girl with the braids, okay, we're just simping around here. Long distance relationship don't work, period. This is from a woman as well. This is literally from a woman as well. That's when you know it's bad. Long distance relationships don't work, period. Majesty just be naive. Like, it doesn't work. It generally doesn't work. The part where it's all the girls' fault for grown men's behaviour is crazy to me. She's loving, it's a problem. She's hard, it's a problem. She's materialistic, it's a problem. She just called the show We Hate Women Chat. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Yeah, man. But that's it for the for back chat, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that, just like I did, man. A lot of shit to unfold from that. Will you guys put your opinions down below? What you guys think? Yeah, a lot of shit there. Very good episodes. A little bit unintelligent. Some people were, especially from the man them are truthfully like you gotta let Cookie speak, bro. Like you gotta let the person speak before you make your point. But that's just my take on the end of the day. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do that good stuff. As I said, any other videos you want me to react to, drop me down in the comments below. DM me personally. I road to 200 subs. Original link is in the description. And I'll speak to you guys tomorrow.